Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 20 of Direwolf20's FTB Interactions Let's Play series. One of my favorite things I get to say. Episode 20, always a good one. You get to say the word 20 so many times in the intro, it's just the best. Between episodes, I've done a bunch of logistics pipes crafting, as is a surprise to probably no one. So I crafted and made and all the things and quest books and handed in and all that good things. So been basically spending the episode getting ready for today, in which case I hope to get logistics pipes up and running. And in addition, there's something new in the corner here. An elevator from Open Blocks. What could be down here but a basement? Everyone's shocked. Dyer made a basement. I know, it's a thing that I always do. And I acknowledge that it's a thing that I always do. And I'm aware that it's a thing I always do. And at the same time, it's a smart thing to do. Because today, we're going to be logistics piping it up. How cool is that? So that's kind of the plan. Yeah, I think I did everything right here. Look at that. Look at me go. I think I did most things right here. Now, to be fair, and this is an important thing to note, to be fair, we definitely have been like stacking our chests up here, right? So we have multiple chests that we need to make sure are in the right spot, right? And there's no like sneaky way to pick up these chests. I think there might be a transporter of some kind of chest picker-upper. Somebody mentioned one in a YouTube comment a little bit ago. Hey, did you know there's a way you can do that? And I didn't at the time. I had done everything manually. But long story short, we might need to consider how these chests are laid out. Either we're going to access them from the bottom with our logistics pipes, or we'll have to access them from the back, which wouldn't be the end of the world, right? I don't know if logistics pipes support any kind of covering. So like do logistics pipes have any kind of covers? I don't know. I'm assuming not really. There is all this stuff, which is cool. But I'm not super sure. They used to support Buildcraft covers, but I don't know if they're like still do or not. I don't know. I legitimately don't. So we're gonna have to figure it out, right? But worst case, we might have to tap pipes into the back. But today's plan, like I said, is to try to get all this stuff in a reasonably smart way set up. And for that, we're going to be doing, obviously, a few things. Are you almost done with the sizzling sounds that you make over here, by the way? Yeah, you pretty much are. All this has been running, between episodes, and I've been doing all the crafting and stuff. So I made between episodes Logistics Chassis Mark II, which I don't exactly remember, can hold 2 modules by default. Sounds good to me. And the modules we're probably going to want to sit in here again because it's been a while, I don't super remember. But what I'm thinking we want is Polymorphic Item Sync, which is an important module. The way that works is logistics pipes is all about managing items flowing through the piping system. So you can specify what items are allowed to go in chests. And the Polymorphic Item Sync module says any item that's already in the chest, I will say to bring to me. So for example, if you entered copper ingots into the system, it would say there's already copper ingots into this chest, so that's where copper ingots go. It's like the easiest and best way to get items routing and sorted appropriately. And then we'll eventually have a default route, which will happen on your item sync module. This is the one that specifies a default route, and it'll be these 2 chests. And they will be where items go when items don't know what to do with themselves, right? So that's the plan, as it were, right? So default route will be these 2 chests, and they'll be like, I don't know what to do with this junk, so I'm just putting it in these chests. That's the idea, right? Can you guys... Yeah, the sound is just getting to me. I'm kind of done with it at this point. Can we? I'd super appreciate it. All right, you should be done now, right? Thanks. So that's the plan. And then we're going to have our logistics request table, which you guys may or may not remember is such an awesome gadget. That'll probably hang out right here where this crafting table is, and then we can logistics request things, right? So that's what I want to set up today. We want to get basics of logistics pipes up and running. At least that's the plan. So we're going to have unrouted pipes. We're also going to have, did I use all my routed pipes that I made? Luckily, these are easy to turn into basic logistics pipes. We just get some of these in a wire mill. And boom, we've got ourselves some stuff. How cool is that? So like your unrouted logistics pipes are reasonably cheap. They are just glass tubes, which is just glass in a fluid solidifier. They're also steel rods, which is, you know, right now I think steel rods probably long steel rod. Yeah, extruder. I don't think we have an extruder or a lathe, do we? I don't think either of these machines did we make yet. So we'll have to look into that. I mean, remember we got a stack of these, and you get 32 per craft, by the way. So like, even if we went, so the lathe you get 2, but even if we made these manually with the file, you make 6 of them and you get 32 unrouted pipes. So really, the crafting components of this so far have not been painful to me. And then I got myself a bunch of Mark II chassis, which is easy. It's some of those FPGAs and basic chips that we've got. I've been kind of bulk crafting those, so I've got a bunch in my inventory, as you can see. I mean, and when I say a bunch, I don't mean like a lot, but I didn't just like count how many I needed. I made a few extras, and then I wound up needing more anyway, so that was cool. So we've got some item sync modules. We've got the extractor module. We've got these item speed upgrades and action speed upgrades. Can be applied to extractor and advanced extractor modules. Item can be applied to all pipes. I don't know exactly what they're for, but I guess we'll figure them out. They look like modules that modify stuff. Now, action speed modules, the modules also convert here. So I'm thinking it's the module upgrade that you craft by hand. Yeah, and you get 8 of those per craft over here. And those were a quest award, by the way. I got these for handing in my logistics request table. Easy peasy. Sweet. So that's the plan, right? So let's get our, we're probably going to want a few more basic logistics pipes. So let's get you guys, and let's get you ready to go. We'll just do all 12 of them, and then we'll have the 38 unrouteds here ready to roll. And let's sleep through the night, and we will start setting up our logistics sorting system. My goal, at least by the end of the episode, is to have a system where items will go in and out of these chests over here, and in addition, they will do a few other cool things. So let's see what happens when I break this stuff over here. Aside from the cool breaking animations that happen. Cool. Now, did you remember how much power you had in you logistics power junction? Probably not. But that's okay. I'm not going to, like I said previously, I'm not going to lose sleep over that setup. But I want to get that ready to go. And then we can pop into our basement here and start looking at the foundation of setting up a smart system. And having all this in place, and a basement's going to be absolutely necessary. I mean, basements were originally designed by the dyer, right? Now you, sir, we want the wrench. Is that the thing I just put into a chest? There you are. Cool. And I don't remember that actually needing it, but here's your logistics power junction, and this is where power is going to come into play, right? Cool. And he's getting that power build up again. As a reminder, power is infinite for us, sort of. It's all from that tree farm. So, like, the fact that I broke that thing and destroyed 4 million RF is not something I'm going to lose sleep over. Okay? It's fine. I promise it's fine. Boom. And you've got power. Nice. Now, then we're going to want another logistics pipe here and another logistics pipe here. And as a reminder for logistics pipes, anytime you're building a sorting system or anything, if there's a junction, you need to use basic logistics pipes, not unrouted. Unrouted between two basics is cool. So, for example, just as a demonstration, right? This, not a problem, right? Is there like a block update I can apply here? Just trying to understand like the rules of this thing getting all derpy looking, because that's going to annoy me real fast, right? So when you have something like this, you're okay. But if you've got a junction happening like this, that's bad. And that's red because it's bad. Unrouted is bad. So if you want to have a junction there, you need a basic logistics pipe. And now it's red because it doesn't have any power, not because it's bad. So confusing, I know, but meh. And yeah, it's just a visual thing, I think, that pipe's not connecting bit. Annoying, but, you know, livable. So what we're going to do is, and so that's the reason that I've got this as a basic logistics pipe here, right? If this were not a basic and we did an unrouted, it would be red because, hey, that's a three-way junction. You want a basic logistics pipe at every three-way junction so that they can decide which direction to send items, right? Items will pretty much never go over here. That's where we're getting power from at the moment. But at some point, we will probably have something like that, right? So then what we're going to want... Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out how come that's happening. But you're going to be our first logistics dude, and that's cool. Nice. Now, to manage this thing, was it the pipe controller? I want to say no. That's where you can put upgrades in. And it's not the logistics programmer either, right? It might be that yellow dude. There was another component to logistics pipes. And I don't know where it is. Was it the yellow dude? Where's the yellow dude? Wasn't there a yellow dude? I feel like there was a yellow dude. Where'd you go, yellow dude? There you are. Pipe manager. Nice. Cool. So you... Yeah, look at that. Now there's 3 slots here, which is interesting. Very interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up with my chisel here. We're going to have 1 polymorphic item sink and 1 passive supplier module. And I believe that's the one we want. Passive supplier, right? So let's real quick... Or is it provider? It might be provider. Is it provider module that I want? It might be provider. It might be provider. Kind of forget. Kind of forget. Well, let's find out. So you're going to go here, and you're going to get the polymorphic item sink and the provider module. And if we wanted to, we could specify which items could be provided, or we'll leave it empty for all, which is what we want. And for this chest, we'll let it be, you can provide everything. Okay. So then we come over here, and we've got our logistics terminal. The request table. Look! It's working. All the items are available to me. And if I want one of them, I can either search. For example, I can search for pistons. And if I want 10 of them, I can request that. And then the pistons will flow through the pipes and make their way over here. And now if I want the pistons to go back, I could do this, and they would be sorted back into the chest here. Ha ha, it works! It works! Huzzah! Now, technically, you probably will not be the polymorphic item sink. You're the one that shouldn't be. You should be an item sink module set to default route yes. That will make it so that any item that doesn't know where to go lands in this chest, right? And then over here, the rest of these guys will all be polymorphic item sinks, right? So for logistics types, right? And then you will be polymorphic item sink. And we probably want a few more item sync modules, which were not terrible, I don't think, to make. You make 8 at a time. But let's get the basics in place here, and then we'll kind of go from that. So let's get, like, half of you can turn into providers, and then you 3 can be polymorphics, and that should be cool, right? And then you're going to be a provider. You'll be a polymorphic and a provider. You'll be a polymorphic and a provider, and you'll be a... I mean, you're the foods, you're the plants, you're all that stuff. I'm not going to worry about you guys just yet, right? But these chests, and frankly... Oops. Did I get everything back? I did-ish. Yeah. Hey, that's interesting. Provider modules just chose to... Okay, they got MBT written to them. That's why they don't stack. I bet what I could do is erase the NBT. That's not cool. Huh. That's a thing. Is there a way to erase the NBT on this guy? There is. That. Okay, cool. Good, good, good. Never mind. We're good. We're safe. Yeah, everybody's happy. All right. So these things we probably don't need to supply. So what I'd like to do is reverse these chests. Is there a way to move like a chest mover thingy? Mabobber. I'm looking for like some kind of chest movement system. Cardboard box. Are you craftable? Ew. Really? Tier 5 blood altar to make a cardboard box. You're killing me, Smalls. Be right back. Let me see how I can move this without having to break it, have all the items spill all over the ground, and that's just going to be a hassle. See, I knew there was something. Dolly. Which requires wrought iron. Be right back. Okay, and then Dolly. Beautiful. Fun times. Now that means I can pick... Haha. All right, so that should be cool. So these 3 chests are kind of all ready to roll. Okay, that should do. That should do. And if we wanted to, we could throw like into here another polymorphic item sink. This chest might do as like logistics pipes storage. We could also have like a mod-based item sink of some kind. If we wanted to. Like we could specify what modded items go in here would probably be the right way to go. I like that. So instead of polymorphic, let's do a mod-based item sync module. And then that can go here, right? And then we specify which mods to add. So for example, we say logistics pipes goes in here. Cool. I like that plan. Like it. So now here's another thing. I wouldn't mind you having a quicksort module. And I'll tell you why in a sec. If you had a quicksort module, if I remember correctly, the way things work, quicksorts will route any items that are in there to any non-default route chests, which means that if we put something that's logistics pipes into this miscellaneous junk chest, and then we decide that it has a home in the future by throwing a quicksort in here, it should start routing items appropriately, I would think. Right? In theory. Now, it used to be that there would be like a little box that would show as to which slot was being considered for quicksort. I don't see that anymore. So I'm hoping... Oh, look, you did the thing. He routed something in there. I think he's being slow about it. Quicksort isn't the fastest sort, believe it or not. So I think it's like looking at it and saying like, yeah, I'm getting around to it. Look, it just quicksorted the 3 logistics pipes items. Cool. Cool. I like it. I like it. Let's make you also logistics pipes. Or I mean Ender IO. Right? So all Ender IO things will wind up in here. Okay? And that should be cool. And I mean maybe thermal as well, right? Look, now we just routed all the Ender IO items into here. How cool is that? Right? How cool is that? And we can start with a little bit of organization. So now here's what we did. This is very important, right, to note. We just made it so that anything that doesn't know where it belongs goes into this chest. But once we give it a home, this chest will empty itself to where it belongs, right? How cool is that? How cool is that? I like it. I like it. Okay. That's pretty spiffy. That's very spiffy. I think we're gonna stick with that. So here's our these things, right? And these all have a home, right? Now fluid conduits I'm gonna take out of here, and we're gonna let them sort because they're an Ender IO item, and I don't think I want them in this chest. This chest really is gonna be all about my Greg stuff, right? So this will kind of basically be the Greg Tech stuff. In fact, it's probably fair to say that if you're Greg Tech, you go in here. Right? I think that's what we'll do. In fact, I think that's definitely what we're going to do. So I'm going to chisel you into a mod item sync as well. And we'll say Greg Tech Community Edition goes in here, right? So rather than you being, you know, that, you're going to be Greg Tech. And that's... Most of these things already are Greg Tech. I mean, yeah, Coal Dust is Greg Tech, in fairness. Now, are those metals that we have? Industrial foregoing. Yeah, technically not Greg Tech, right? But that's about it. Most of the other stuff here is Greg Tech and Shadows of Greg. We might want to look into that. Now, are these things all Greg Tech? They are. They are. So I think we want to... How do I make this a higher priority? Right? So I know polymorphic item sync. Is that higher priority than mod-based item sync? I forget. Isn't there a way to make that the higher priority, though? Because I want to make sure that, for example, when we have copper, where's copper going to go if it doesn't know what to do with itself, right? At some point, that copper should be sorted, and the question is, what chest does it go into? The polymorphic item sync or the mod-based item sync? That'll be the question. And if that's what it turns out to be, then I think we should go back to polymorphic for that item's chest. Yeah, I think that's the case. because I don't want ingots landing in here. I want some semblance of organization. To be fair, because we kind of have like the basics of an AE system, we don't super need that. But at the same time, yeah, we should have that, right? I want some semblance of organization here. So I think that's important to keep in mind. All right, neat. So that's super spiffy, right? And I can just put things in here, right? And it'll just be like, okay, and it'll be cool. Nice. I'm going to make the program compiler here. Now, did you already sort? You still haven't sorted your copper ingot. What's up with that? Quick sort. Quick sort, why are you so slow? That's my one feedback thus far. Oh, look, it just sorted copper. And I think I saw it go in here. It totally did go in here. It's kind of good news. Kind of good news. We'll stick with that. We'll let that be cool. Okay, so that works for me. Hey, the foundations of a logistics system. So this is neat, right? So check this out, right? If we wanted to make, I don't even know what I want to make, a crafting table, right? We can do that and hit done, and it's missing 4 oak wood planks, so that's a bad example. What can I craft based on what we have available to us right now? Oh, that's interesting. When you mouse wheel, it changes that. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's nifty. But like, let's say we wanted an iron pick. I don't know, that should work. Right? And, oh, you're a basic work table, aren't you? Boo. What's a good example I can use here just to see that this works? Right? Let's say I wanted to make an iron file. I can hit this tilde key, it's missing a stick, right? But if I put a stick in there, it'll be like, oh, cool, I need to, and it does it. Now, if I wanted to, I could do that, or I could sort them, and when I click this, it routes the items promptly into the appropriate locations. And it said, hey, yeah, those iron plates are Greg Tech things, so they go in here. And the sticks, I don't know what to do with sticks. Nothing in my inventory anywhere has sticks, so they're going into miscellaneous junk. That's cool. And then we can hit this button again, and we'll get back our stick and 2 iron plates, and it's ready to craft, and then we can craft the thing. I love it. I love it. I'm very pleased. We have logistics pipes, folks. How cool is that? So let's look at this. Let's look at modules. Do we have no more modules? Did I use all my modules? Really? Guess I did, didn't I? No, we have a provider modules. Then why aren't you finding that? Did I not put a... Oh, I didn't put a provider module on you. Well, there's your problem. Everybody else is covered? Yeah, they are. Nice. So now that you have a provider module, I can search for module and find that provider module, and I can request it, and it'll fetch it for me. Hooray. And that provider module, I want to look into how a crafting module works. Huzzah. So let's look at the basic wire mill, right? Item output, So let's say we wanted to automate you. Okay, so what we're going to have a logistics chassis Mark II here, and we're going to put the crafting module into you. And here's where we can specify what our inputs and outputs are, right? So this will be an important thing. And I'm doing this very importantly. And I think I might be able to drag this. Red alloy wires, right? So this, in the wire mill, one of these turns into 4 of these. So can I drag this to here? I can. That is cool. Now, how do I, like, bump up the number of this? Isn't there a way to specify, like... There you go. Shift right click doubles it. That's not a great way. Left click. Shift left click. I don't love that shift right click doubles it, and that's all. Like, how do I change this value to 3? I don't even know. I bet if I had 3 of them on me, it would be fine. I could just put a stack of 3 in there, right? Like, I could do this, and it would do 60. But I'm just playing with this drag from JEI feature, right? So if I do that, we know that 1 red alloy wire turns into 4 fine red alloy wires. And satellites are there, too. That's cool. That is cool beans right there. Priority, satellites. Remember all that stuff? It's been a while. But that's cool. All right, so let's get get into the basement here. I don't know if this is where I want my elevator to live. I feel like I'm going to be going into the basement more on this side than else, but you are a basic logistics pipe, which means that we can use unrouted pipes for the rest of this setup, right? And you're doing the ugly thing. Stop doing the ugly thing. Yeah, I don't know exactly how to fix that, right? But now we're going to come over here and we're going to see how well crafting logistics pipes seems to work, right? Because it should. This should be auto crafting now. And if we can expand our auto crafting network to be significant, that would be cool. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort my red alloy wire. I don't know what that slot does, by the way. So if we refresh this content, we'll see red alloy wires exist now, and we can request fine red alloy wire. Oh, now will it extract? It does extract and make their way right over to here. That is cool. And guess what it did? I requested 1, it made 4, and it sorted the other 3 into this chest because it's a GregTech Community Edition item. Even though it didn't know where to put them, it said, well, that's part of the GregTech Community Edition mod, so I'm putting it in this chest. How cool is that? Speaking of that chest, let's make a quick chest upgrade. So you should do iron to gold. Can you give me all the things for that? You can. That, my friends, is what's up. What's up and a half, right? So now we're going to need a lot of crafting modules, right? So I think, you know, something we should plan for is figuring out how to do this. And we're going to want to make, like, the assembly machine have recipes. We might need multiple assembly machines for different program circuits, but we can get there. But, like, logistics pipes is a go, y'all. That's cool. That is super cool. Now, what about crafting tables? Like, so are they hard to get? Logistics power junction, security station, block frame, crafting table. Logistics crafting table. Doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look terrible. So we'll definitely want to get into that at some point soon too. And as a reminder, if you ever want to sort stuff, you just drop it in there and it'll sort to the appropriate place, right? So if I don't need that pipe controller, I just put it away and it sorts. And it's like, yeah, I know what to do with that. No problem, Direwolf. I got you. And I'm going to go right over here because I'm a pipe controller. That's awesome. All right. So really good progress today. I'm very happy with what we got. I think our next steps will be to expand our crafting abilities. So in order to do that, we're going to definitely want more chassis pipes, right? And we're probably going to want higher tier chassis pipes, right? So this guy's got 3 slots. I'm probably going to want a Mark III chassis pipe, which needs glowstone. Have we run into glowstone yet? I don't know that we have. We can pulverize centrifuged redstone ore and occasionally get some. Glowstone plate, glowstone itself. Usually gated behind the nether. I'm just wondering if there's some kind of sneaky trick to get me glowstone sooner than later. Alchemical Array. Medium covalence dust with illumination powder from Astral gets me 5 tiny piles of glowstone. Well, that sounds terrible. Impure pile of redstone dust. Can centrifuge itself. Impure pile of redstone dust is a pulverization of crushed redstone ore. Do we have centrifuge? We have electrolyzer. I don't know that we have centrifuge yet, do we? I don't think we made a centrifuge, but it could centrifuge itself into glowstone. So that's a thing, right? We're gonna have to figure out if that's the best way to do it. Phytogenic insulator, fluid transposer, squeezer. It can dupe itself in the crucible if we got that recipe. We can pulverize it from, yeah. We get 3 tiny piles. So, I mean, that's one approach, right? Centrifuging it, impure pile of redstone. That's probably the best way to get glowstone at this point. And it's an LV tier. So if we made an LV centrifuge, which should hopefully be reasonably doable. What if we did this? Yeah, done. And you told it. You're telling me you're missing LV machine and 2x tin cable. Okay, we should have tin cables in here. I'm going to put these things all away. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is put these things away too. Is there a way to like clear the whole table and sort everything? That would be great. But I'm just going to sort all this stuff because I want to see if it's going to recognize damaged Greg tools as valid things, right? You guys can actually all sort too. I don't think we need a lot of you. Yeah, I should put you guys away. I should really sort everything here is what I should do. And if I wanted to, I could just treat this as a sorting chest because I know that everything I put in here will get sorted appropriately and we don't have to worry too much about it, right? And the auto sorter, so number one, it'll still be available to my system, and number two, it's going to auto sort if there's an auto sort for it, right? So now if I said this, we're missing an LV machine hole, right? So if I did this, we're missing an LV machine casing. So if I did this, most likely done tilde, we're missing the wrench. The wrench. So I could request the iron wrench. It's going to give it to me. We can do that, and we can craft you. I can hit the tilde now, and it'll get me the 8 steel plates that we have laying around. We can craft it. Nice. And then I can hit the tilde on this, and when tilde means give me everything I'm missing. Plus means give me 1 of everything, or 10 of everything, or a stack of everything, I think is how that works out. So hitting the tilde means I already had the LV machine casing. Give me the things I'm missing. It's the tin cable, right? And then you can turn into this. I can hit the tilde, and it's saying, all right, we're going to get you the integrated circuits and the electronic motors and the tin cables, and boom, we just crafted a basic centrifuge really nicely. That's fun. I love it. And then we're probably going to want some blue steel cables. Just give me all 7 of them that you got. And they'll come in, and that's spiffy. Spiffy times. Actually, you're the 4x blue steel cable is what I've been doing, isn't it? So let's put you away, and I'm just going to request 1 of you. And there's no reason these machines can't be stacked on top of each other, is there? I'm going to say there is not, at least for now, right? And then we can get some redstone, impure pile of redstone dust. There you go. And that's your glowstone, right? Sweet. Right? And that'll get me redstone and glowstone dust. Win. I'm calling that a win. For now, Daryl20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Wow, you get 12 of those when you pulverize redstone ore. That's cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode because we're going to be doing more with logistics pipes, as you can probably tell. We're going to build up an entire logistics system. This is going to be the focus of the next few episodes, is making it so we can auto-craft all the things, right? And once we get into auto-crafting, right, if you think about it, a lot of the tediousness of Greg comes from those micro-crafting mechanics. We're not going to have to do with that anymore. Like, it's all gone. We got microcrafting in the bag, folks. And that's pretty awesome. So for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. More of this coming up very soon. I'm going to craft a bunch more logistics pipes, probably Mark 3 and 4 between episodes, so that we can, and 4, not too bad at all. That's cool. And then Mark 5s just need a few diamonds and nether quartz, which I don't know if we've gotten access to yet. We might. Because I know there's quartz veins around here somewhere. I forget if they had nether quartz in them or not. You know, well, let's see. Let's real quick just look at that. The less safe place. Entropy and quartz veins have quartzite and Certus quartz. What's quartzite? Quartzite is quartzite. Pulverizes into crushed quartzite. Certus and stone. You can be impure quartzite. I don't think you have nether quartz in you. So tier 5 pipes might be out of reach at the moment, unless I can find a sneaky way to make nether quartz. But tier 4 is still way better than tier 2, right? So I'll probably make a bunch of those between episodes, and then we'll be ready to do some automation next episodes. And I'm also going to make, so let's get the Mark 4 at least, and I'm going to look into if I can find a way, neither of you actually, to make Mark 5s. That would be cool, if not. And then we're going to want a bunch more item sync modules. Those are the ones that you assemble, because we're going to want to be able to create our crafting modules, right, with chiseling. For now, Del20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.